Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Blueprince Curse Mode Edition. Last time out, we got a couple of wins. We got a couple of wins on the Blueprince Curse Mode. We got the Archive upgrade disc, which is pretty handy. But there are some big ticket items that are eluding us. And I've put our current goals. For anyone who's joining us on the stream for the first time, I figure it would be useful to have a list of current goals. So we want to power the laboratory so that we can get into Blackbridge. I think that's probably our number one goal, to be honest. Get a burning glass gives us access to tunnel and access to tomb. That would be great. So maybe if we hit security to increase our chances of getting a magnifying glass in a subsequent day, that'd be really useful. Upgrade discs. We know there's upgrade discs in Mechanarium, Tomb, and Ladyship's Bedchamber. And also, Pool, Sauna, Pump Room will also get us to Greenhouse nice and early as well. Let's get going. It's day 24. Day 24. In the chat today, we have Dark Fae. Hello to you. Trank 0007. Hello to you. Zephyronicus gives us a wave. And JetNet Dev. I hope you guys are all having a great week. I've been having one of those interesting weeks. One of those, what do you call it? It's like one of those parent holidays, right? Where because one of your kids is sick, you kind of end up on holiday for the week. But it's not really a holiday because, my other kid still in nursery, perfectly fine. Actually, so it's kind of one of those holidays where I'm sort of at home looking after one or the other of them. So, as before, we're not going to do the outside house. Oh yes, that was the other thing. We did get schoolroom, so we have got access to downstairs now, which is useful. It is useful because it means if we get tomb and burning glass, we can open up that shortcut. Yeah. A lot of things are kind of hinging on burning glass, us finding burning glass, to be honest. Pantry's a pretty nice early pick. But you know, we just kind of have to work the numbers on these ones, right? Den, we got a first time chatter, Dirty Tiff. Hello there. Discovered you from your Nancy Drew vids on YouTube. They're my fave. Hope you're well. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Have you played Blueprince before? It is great fun. I think spare room to get us further north, I'm kind of happy to take at this point. Parlour is very common. We'll find that again. Okay, do we want to start by giving ourselves some extra steps in the pantry or giving ourselves an extra gem in the den? Let's take the steps from the pantry on the run back. We'll take the gem for now. Ah, good. Excellent. So, great to know that you are a Blueprince aficionado. Let's take storeroom so that we get that dead end out of the draft pool. Get ourselves a key for our trouble as well. Now from here, nursery is a great early pick. Nursery is a great early pick, and we often will have something on the table in the nursery. I would really love to upgrade this room. I would really, really like to upgrade that room. Now, yeah, we'll take the pantry and get the extra steps now. Commissary is maybe still a little early. Drawing room is okay here, though. It's gem neutral. It doesn't have any downsides, and it's not a dead end. So that's great. The Nancy Drew playthroughs. I'm having such a great time with them. Nancy Drew is fast becoming like the new Myst of this channel, in that it has now overtaken... Well, Blueprince was my most popular series. I mean, we're currently on a break from it, but we'll be unbreaking from Blueprince and starting Act 4 reasonably soon. Blueprince was my most popular thing after Myst, but now Nancy Drew is kind of quietly gathering momentum amongst the fans, which is really cool. I think Courtyard is a pretty good pick there. It'll cost 2 gems, but there's often a shovel to be found here. Anything? A metal detector is medium. A metal detector is pretty medium. Oh, boiler room for the power source. Laboratory costs a gem, though. Laboratory does cost a gem. So if we take boiler room here, we are going to need to go upwards until we find a gem. Then we can come back and draft from boiler room, okay? But I think we're going to take boiler room because power the laboratory is like our #1 target right now. So we'll put the boiler room there so that we have it. Parlour would be great. Oh no! Okay, closet, and we have to hope for gems, right? Because if we draft anything from Nook, that means we can't get the laboratory anyway. So, closet, hope for gems. That's what we're manifesting, okay? Shoot. Okay, fine. Well, we went all in for that, and that did not pay off. Is it worth powering still? Like, I think yes, because we could get something like archive or passageway, right? We could get, no, we can't get passageway because that costs gems, obviously. We could get something which has ducting and 2 exits, so we'll go for it. We don't have the gems for that. Dark room gives us a reroll. We have the security card, so that's sort of fine. But we're going to have to draft it in the dark. We don't have the gems, so it's going to be this one. There's something on the table there, so we will grab it. Ah, it's bedroom, so it gives us an extra 2 anyway. I mean, we're still going just about, but we are still no gems. Hang on. This is more rare, right? This one is the more rare one. So this could be like... could this be like Chamber of Mirrors or something? We'll take the most rare one. Weight room. Okay. Right. Weight room puts us in a really interesting situation, right? Because if we draft a bedroom and a source of gems, suddenly we're looking really good because we've got it all powered. Okay. Okay, right. We're not out. We're not out. We're not out. Yeah. Ipsa est says weight room. Oh my word! Oh my word, it did mishanded us laboratory. Oh, we don't have the gems, we don't have the gems. We can get a key from furnace. That's not really super useful. Corridor costs us a key anyway. Okay, well we can't pick laboratory in any case, it doesn't matter. Furnace will give us a key, given that it's powered. You're more likely to draft red rooms. It's going to cost us. It's going to cost us. think we've got to take corridor, right? We really need something that gives us gems. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, that one's sort of got to be laboratory, yeah? If I go out here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. We have to draft a bedroom from this room. It's the only possible way. So I think we do go for the north one. We try and hit a bedroom. And then we go out to corridor, try and get a gem, and hopefully somewhere find a key to unlock this one. There's still a chance. But we don't have the gems for either of these, so we are taking coat check. Did I check something previously? Ooh, I didn't make note of it if I did. Would I want to check any of these? I don't think I would want to check any of these, to be honest. So let's... It's going to be a coin, isn't it? Yeah. Never anything as useful as a key. I think we're pretty much going to be done here then. Ooh, well... yeah, no, even if we draft the ladyship's bedchamber... No, that'll get us the steps we need! Oh, no, it's locked! Ah, fine. Fine. We almost... Hey, quest bedroom. Nice. Yeah, we'll take that. And a magnifying glass, you say? So where does this leave us now, then? Because this room we didn't try yet. These two are locked, but now we've got 14 steps, so it's kind of like... Do we want to actually coat check something after all? Do we want to coat check the magnifying glass? I'm kind of thinking no. Hey, Spiper! Good to see you. Okay, let's go into the bedroom. We'll get our 2 steps back from the bedroom. We're still in this. If we get the gems from Parlour, we just need to find something that gives us a key. Or... oh no, we can't take Observatory. Alright, we take Parlour. Yeah. This gives us gems, provided we, you know, solve the puzzle correctly. The gems are not in a box with a true statement. The statement on the blue box is as true as this statement. The gems are not in a box with a true statement. Oh man, okay, right. It's going to make us work for it today. Let's work on the white box and the blue box. The gems are not in a box with a true statement. If this were true, the gems must be in a box which is false. If this were true, the statement on the blue box is as true as this statement. If this is true, then these have the same state. If this is false, these must have different states. So if this is false, this must be true. If this is true, this must be true. Yeah, does that work? So the statement on the blue box is as true as this statement. So if this box is true, the blue box must be true. Yeah? If this box is false, then this one must be true. So this one must be true, regardless. The gems are not in a box with a true statement. So they're not in the blue box. The gems are not in a box with a true statement is the same as that statement. So the gems must be in the white box, and the white box is the only false statement. Okie dokie. Now, key. Nook. Nook gives us a key, and with that key, we go back to weight room. We get one roll of the dice. Okay. With that, we get one roll of the dice. Okay. I am going to touch this door in case it happens to be a bedroom. It's pretty unlikely, though. We have to take commissary, don't we? That was actually a really bad idea, because if we'd had a load of red rooms... Look what the cat dragged in. Hey, PWJB. Yeah, if we'd had a bunch of red rooms, that would have been, like, super awkward, because we'd have lost our key, which is our only means of having any chance to find the laboratory right here. Laboratory time. Yes? Yes. Yes? No. No, it's not. Dining room is the only real option, right? So we can't make a passageway, so we can't have the power running any further. Walk-in closet kind of does nothing. I suppose walk-in closet if it gives us a key. We got 7 steps left. Walk-in closet if it gives us a key lets us do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ladyship's chamber plus 5 from nursery, so we end up back on 7. Grab the upgrade disc, back to coat check. That might be better than picking dining room and hoping to like get to rank 8 and then backtrack back down. Come on, walk-in closet. Hopefully I have not miscounted. Oh, and I tell you what, 2 dice is going to make getting the ladyship's chamber a heck of a lot more likely as well. And you know what? Maybe we also need a gem for ladyship's chamber. I don't know. I didn't think about it. Here we go. Right, we're going to redraw twice. Boudoir, planetarium, laboratory. Redraw again. Ah, shame, shame. I don't think any of these do me any usefulness. Right? We theoretically can walk back. If we walk back to coat check now, we are done. Yeah, we can't drop anything into coat check. Is there anything in greenhouse? Too little, too late. If there was a shovel in here, it would be possible to try and find some turnips, but a sledgehammer is not really going to do anything for us. So we're going to call it a day here. Man, that was actually pretty close. That was pretty close. That was pretty close. Never mind. Call it a day. Yes, call it. Call it, call it. What did we get? We got Mount Holly, mid-sized villa. 23 rooms. We were offered foundation last time as well, but we were offered foundation on like rank 4 or something like that. and pointing in a bad direction. We were offered foundation in a T orientation, so it didn't even have a room pointing to the north. So we turned that down. Because, nah. Okay, here we go. Day 25. How long will it take before curse mode overtakes the main game here? Right, we're on day 75 on the main game. Nook, closet, spare room. I think I'd rather have spare room to get us out to the wing. An early commissary I don't hate. Hallway is probably better whilst I don't have any keys. And then the north passage is... Early bunk room is not super duper useful. Drawing room or den. Let's take drawing room. It's sort of gem neutral, but like it gives us the rerolls. Early nursery is an insta pick. And what has the nursery got for us today? It's a banana. Lovely. Okay. I feel like if we can get the nursery upgrade, that's the point where curse mode becomes much easier, right? Because the nursery upgrade to increase the number of steps you get from the nursery is like pretty great. I'm not sure I want dead ends here and here though. Kitchen giving us food for sale could be nice. Could be nice. I don't have much coin right now, but putting the kitchen down. Or do we redraw? Might as well redraw. Go on. What do we got? Security is arguably even nicer. Or parlour. This means that from these two wings we need to draw straight rooms, of course. Security gives us an exit out north directly. So maybe security would be better, because it also means if we draw a utility cupboard, then we get to negate security. And if we find an upgrade disc, we now have a computer. So keycard system settings, offline mode unlocked. Confirm. Now with that, I think we go to the wings first. Shame not to get observatory. Pantry for the steps is nicer though. Yeah, let's do pantry. Apple is unfortunate. Maybe storeroom would have been better after all. We'll put library down. It doesn't have really any utility for us though. So at this point, do we go north or do we go to the other wing? I think we go to the other wing. Right? There's still plenty of bedrooms to find. Closet is the best of those options. I don't want coat check at this stage. Okay, right, we don't need to turn that off after all. Okay, and we get a gem. We've used a lot of steps on the backtracking though. Used a lot of steps on the backtracking, so we'll just have to kind of go for it, right? Here we are. So we've only got one exit to use. 8 steps. Cloister and Mila would have been great, but unfortunately we do not have the gems for it. So, den is the pick. We don't have a key for that chest. Parlour ends up being a dead end. Commissary's not a dead end. And unfortunately, we don't have enough for a... Well, we're only 1 coin away, so maybe we put the commissary down. And we'll see what they have. Oh yeah, from security we can... Do I want to use the extra 2 steps? From security I should have asked for a magnifying glass. Ooh, bunk room though. I have 1 hallway so far, but doubling 0 is kind of 0 anyway. So let's take the bunk room. And bunk room often has a bit of money in it. No, it's got a couple of gems this time. Okay. Okay. It's alright. It's alright. Yeah, we do not have the money for the interesting stuff. So, northwards is the way. Greenhouse is a dead end for us right now, so it's gonna need to be bedroom, but that's fine. It does give us some additional steps, which is good. We definitely do with finding some coins before we get too far away from the commissary. And here it kind of has to be corridor. Otherwise, we are out of options. And we're very quickly getting out of options. Well, office is a dead end, right? Office ends the run, essentially. Even though it gives us money, but there wouldn't be any point, so... Has to be chapel, right? Has to be chapel. Now... Let's draft both rooms. That one's locked, and this one is... Observatory gives us... You know, permanent upgrade. Keep working. Keep working the observatory angle. Right, and it gives us a room we can draft here. You know, critically, it doesn't end the run. Nook might have been the better pick. But let's see. What do we have? Dead-end rooms are more common today. Okay. Mail room. Locksmith gives us keys for sale. Can we buy a key? Can we buy a key for 4? Or are they more expensive than that? Oh, 1 key is 5. Boo! Oh dear. Yeah, okay. Right. The important thing is, though, there's never a wasted day when you drafted the observatory. 1 more star. 1 more star for... 1 more star for the road. This is Mount Holly Cozy Inn. On to day 26. Okay, day 26. I wonder whether I want to pick up my allowance after drafting these rooms. Because you never need coins to actually do the draft, right? But if we do draft something like commissary, there's a chance that you kind of want the coins afterwards, isn't there? Like there. Would I take commissary here? The thing is, I've only got 4 in the allowance. It's not actually enough to buy anything interesting. But it is probably better to take it now before I would lose a coin taking it later. But there's just no point going in there yet, as such. So let's take our gem, and we will draft the corner first. Observatory's nice. And here... do we take quest bedroom? Yeah, I think quest bedroom is probably the better pick. What do we have over here? Regular key. Okay, so 19 steps. Pretty okay. We got 13 stars today, and we're going to get for our trouble a key and rooms with 4 doors being more common. Corridor lets us go and continue northward, which I think is probably for the best, even though it costs us a key. We shan't worry about the other wing just yet. Let's just see where we can even go. Nook is fine. Grab a key. Weight room, bedroom, closet. Weight room's going to cost us 8 steps. Closet gives us 2 items, and then we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can then draft the other wing, but we have 2 items instead. I'll take closet. 1 die and a key. So still no coins, which makes doing a side path. Gage Blackwood in the chat. Hello. Doing a sidebar over to the commissary a little pointless. I think here storeroom would be better. Storeroom would be best. I tell you what, the runs where we get nursery early versus the runs where we don't are really night and day. Great Hall has 7 locked doors, but if we find foyer later, so much the better, right? I mean, this is gonna cost us a key to draft, but that'll still leave us 3 keys, and we know how to go directly to the door opposite. So close to being able to pick up the Cloister of Mila. Like, passageway is okay. Do I redraw? Or do we take passageway and use up all of our gems and cost us another key? Maybe we should have rolled the dice on just pulling a couple of these doors, you know? Let's redraft these. I don't like them. Pantry's kind of not terrible. Could end the run very swiftly. Well, now we have to take weight room, right? But the cost of it is a lot lower than it otherwise would have been. Yeah, we're not getting it, are we? We're not getting it. Well, we'll take Parlour. Because if we can pull nursery here, Oh no, if we pull nursery, then it's a dead end anyway, isn't it? So there's no point doing the parlour puzzle first. Let's put it that way. Yeah. I think that's gonna proc first, is it? Yeah, right. Okay. So that one again, a little bit of a wash, but we got observatory, so it's something again. This is Mount Holly, Quaint Cottage, day 26. On we go. Day 27 coming up. Now, we got to remember to hit up security to get the magnifying glass into the commissary. That, I think... Let's do pantry for the steps. That, I think, is a very important thing to do. The burning glass is so necessary for us to be having a good time, as well as powering the laboratory. We need to power the laboratory too. Okay, we'll take Den for the gem. Let's grab these. Like, maybe Courtyard would have been the better pick because of the probability of the shovel. Maybe the Courtyard would have been the better pick. What do we get? Apples tasty, give us 3 extra steps, and give us a diamond. Very nice. The observatory, it just keeps getting better and better. Maybe Nook? Yeah, I think Nook. Right, and we'll get the key. Don't worry, we'll have plenty of steps to backtrack later. Ooh, Quest bedroom. Just straight up give us 10 more steps. I kind of like that. And what do we have? We have the compass. We have the compass. So this will be kind of useful for us to make sure that we're drafting northward facing rooms. We want... now let me think. If we go into pantry, our apples are extra delicious, so that's fine if pantry has an apple in it. We're going to get at least 3 steps from the pantry. We go to pantry. Our options are 1, 2, get the gem, 3, 4 is out. Or we go 1, 2, draft this room, 3, 4 is out. So that it's the same number of steps, whether we backtrack or whether we go into the den as a sidebar and then out. So I think I'd rather draft from the den than draft from the pantry. So we're going to go to the pantry first, but not touch the door. We got Kempipo in the chat. Cursed mode is brutal. It absolutely is. Oh, what kind of nonsense is this? You're supposed to be pointing us north. You've given us 3 rooms, 2 of which are eye-shaped rooms, neither of which are pointing north. I want my money back. That is a con. The compass is like the biggest con in the game. It really is. Okay, Parlour's great. Parlour is an amazing pick to find there, to be honest. And it's going to give us a purse, which is good. Right, this is the run, chat. This is the run. We're feeling good about this run now. Here we go, 17 steps. This box and the blue box are both false. Now that's interesting because, well, that can't be true axiomatically, right? It must be false. But the thing is, it's false in the way that it doesn't really say anything about the blue box at all. This statement is of no help at all. That's usually going to be false. The gems are in the black box. Okay. The thing is, I'm pretty sure the gems are just going to be in the black box then, right? Because there's no other mention of where the gems are. This box and the blue box are both false. Well, here's the thing. If the blue box was false, where are the gems? They can be in either the blue box or the white box, and none of the other boxes mention the gems at all. I also kind of think that that has to be... This one kind of has to be axiomatically false. This one sort of has to be sort of implicitly false, right? Because the fact that the statement exists kind of means it's helpful. So I think this one just has to be true, to be honest. These puzzle boxes always get you way too confused. Yeah, they're pretty... Some of them are okay. Some of them are pretty mean. Security is nice. Security is nice. Let's ask for a magnifying glass from the commissary. I love the real-time kind of connecting to the network, you know. Staff services, special orders. Place a special order. Magnifying glass, please. Approved. Magnifying glass is also quite cheap. I have a vague recollection it's like 4 coin or something like that. Oh, I didn't mean to actually log out entirely because we still have to do the security key. Keycard system. Keycard settings, change offline mode, unlocked, confirm. Back and exit. Okay. Let's touch north first. Laboratory's kind of nice. Yeah, let's take laboratory, because maybe we're going to find the power source, like, from the laboratory rather than the other way around. It's less likely that way round, but even so, we can kind of run an experiment from it anyway. Bear in mind, security has ducting, so actually we could also just equally find the power source right in here anyway. Oh, that would have been so good! That would have been so good if that had worked out. Okay. None of these have ducting. Gymnasium might have ducting, but I'm not gonna pick it. I think corridor, because it implicitly it's always unlocked, but it uses your key. We'll save hallway for later when we need it, because we've got this exit from the laboratory anyway. I don't think we're gonna go that way yet. I think we will run an experiment first. So let's set up an experiment. What do we get? Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. Set your dice to 2. Add a small chest to the entrance hall. We might be setting our dice to 2. For each bedroom you draft after your second, or whenever you draft a shop room. Whenever you draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and then... I don't know. How many bedrooms have I already drafted? For each bedroom after your second. or every time we draft a shop. Probably the every time we draft a shop, to be honest. And set your dice to 2 is probably the best option. So go on. Whenever we draft a shop room, set your dice to 2. Let's do it. Anything in here that we need to pick up? I don't know if there is items in the laboratory or not often. Right, power source would be amazing here. Oh, shoot, we don't have a key. It's because we drafted corridor earlier. Well, corridor is at least always left unlocked, so we get like a reroll effectively. We don't want to draft the power source here. We want to draft something which gives us keys. Yeah, storeroom. Yeah, can we just do storeroom? It's a guaranteed key. Better than a closet. Like, closet often has better stuff in it, but if what you need is a key specifically, got to be storeroom. That wasted a whole bunch of steps. Okay, come on. Give me the boiler room. Passageway has ducting, and we have the gems for it. On the other hand, oh no, Cloister of Mila. Cloister of Mila's greens. It's actually going to cost all 4 of our gems. Do you know what? If we can get the chess puzzle solved, that would be amazing. But to be honest, I don't think we're going to get the chess puzzle solved before we upgrade nursery. To be honest, like. So yeah, it's got to be passageway, right? Oh, passageway also has the ducting, whereas the cloister doesn't. So that's another consideration. Right, we get 2 rerolls then. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. That's it. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's all we need, right? So we just need to turn this on. And we have enough steps to go back. We don't need to go to Blackbridge this run, right? All we need to do is just get the door open. Activate that. Okay. Is it worth touching any of these other doors? Hang on. Let me think. In terms of min-maxing this, is it worth drafting any of these now? I don't think so, right? Because we're guaranteeably doing this first. Here we go, right. We're all powered up. And the clue is it's 3 after 9? Yeah, 9 and then 3. All right. Now, I don't think... I mean, we'll check it tomorrow. I don't think there's anything in Blackbridge Grotto. Each day we can access one offline terminal from the network, which is really good, to be fair, because it means that we can access the office and spread gold, which is incredibly useful in this mode. It means we can access the laboratory and run an experiment. And basically, as soon as we get the sledgehammer, we're going to start... hang on, let me think. Where's the other one? Yeah, we need a sledgehammer and we need a shovel. And then we've got the 2 microchips. It's good. That's good. Right. Good session. Good day, this was. This was a good day. Okay. That's locked. That's okay. This one. Walk-in closet will give us 4 items. Okay. Trank's got to run early today. Have a great stream. Have a great evening, Trank. Thanks for coming along. Pleasure to have you. Well, we absolutely need... it's got to be nursery as our last room, right? Ah, well, that's going to be that, isn't it? That's going to be that. Cool. All right, we'll take archives, and that is going to knacker us out for the day. Okay. But this is good. This is good. Mount Holly, cozy cottage. So what we can do... That goal is done. Now we really need to get either day 28. Yeah, I mean, let's see if we can get a sledgehammer or a thing, and let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get a computer terminal, call up the office. Yeah, get a computer terminal, call up the office, spread gold, get a commissary, buy some stuff, get ourselves helped out, you know? Early parlour for the 2 gems seems nice. Commissary. Let's take commissary. And then, that's a tricky one. I really can't remember if I left anything in coat check. Look, we're going to check out Blackbridge anyway this run, so let's also just check whether we have anything coat checked. We don't have anything in here. So do you know what? I'm actually going to just write that in here. Coat check. Nothing. Okay, there you go. Oh, let's just move that up slightly. Alright. Fine. I'm not sure if there is anything in Blackbridge to look at immediately. Do you know what? I've just noticed that that's actually just cutting that off slightly. Let's just put that there instead. There you go. That looks a little bit more aesthetic. Can't believe they burned down the orchard. Like, those extra 20 steps would make a pretty big difference, to be honest. Is there anything in here? Not really. No, this is the admin key one. Yeah. Okay, fine. No, and no upgrade disc or anything like that straight away. So, if we can get something like a... Do you know what we should do? We should also start throwing coins into the... Like, that coin will make a difference in a future run. 100%. 100%. Is it... Do we just reset? Do we just reset straight away? We've used 7 steps already, 8 steps already. Yeah, no. Let's just re-roll the day. We're gonna re-roll the day. Like, maybe that's a little bit of a waste. Trogdor must have visited. That is a vintage reference. Mount Holly. Pitiful bungalow. pitiful. Trogdor the Burninator. Day 29. Okay, what can we get? Early quest bedroom. I am pretty happy to see that as a thing. Ooh, and it's going to start us off with magnifying glass early. Ooh. Now we really need stuff that's going to get us out to the wings nice and easy. Bedroom, storeroom, commissary. Do we take storeroom and then just go north and just like just hammer north? It's kind of tempting, isn't it? Come on. Okay, we'll pick up our allowance on the way. And here we go. Security is a pretty fine first pick. Now this early we wouldn't want to get into the office, right? There's no point spreading gold this early. Running an experiment this early though seems pretty reasonable. Let's grab remote terminal access. Go on, connect me to laboratory. Give me a nice experiment. Give me a good experiment. Of course, the other thing is, if we get the microchips nice and swiftly, then we get the better experiments anyway, right? So, set up experiment, continue with experiment. We get, add a small check. Set your steps to 40? I don't even need to read the last one. Whatever we're doing, it's setting our steps to 40. Right. Oh, shoot. How spicy is that? When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps and then set your steps to 40. Code check shows if there's an item when drafting. Ah, do you know what it does? It does. That's, yeah. When we draft a red room, lose 5 steps and then set steps to 40. That's kind of great. Yeah. I think it might be that one. Like a drawing room floor plan is... There aren't as many of those as there are red rooms. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Now we have to worry about things like running out of keys and getting locked out of places. So, we could start strong by just drafting archives right now. Or, weight room will lose us half our steps but then set our steps to 40, which is kind of funny. So I think weight room is the one, right? So, minus 16, minus 5, and then steps equals 40. Boom. That's pretty great. You are more likely to draft red rooms while drafting. Oh, like, yeah, helpful, but also, nah, that's probably goading it too much, let's say. That's goading it too hard. Ladyship's bedchamber would be really handy to find. So do you know what? Actually, no. I want to go up more first. Ladyship's bedchamber can't really spawn this low anyway. So let's go and put that down. Kitchen, chapel. No, we'll save chapel for later on. Kitchen, pantry. Yeah. Pantry gives us a couple of steps, gives us a little bit of money. Pantry's alright. It would be kind of handy to get up to garage, wouldn't it? Courtyard might have the shovel in it. Yeah. Come on. Oh, courtyard. No. Disappointed in you, courtyard. Disappointed. Well, that means we now... Oh, maybe I should have taken the den. Because now we don't have the gem needed for garage, but I thought the chance of getting the shovel was worth the risk. Okay, I don't want to touch this room right now, because that's going to be where the garage is. That's going to get us 3 keys. Nook for the key is probably the best option there. Bedroom is like fine, but not very utility, to be honest. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, now we need to go north from the hallway then. We need to go north from the hallway. It's going a bit sideways now, not gonna lie. Spare room, best option out of those options. Rumpus room would have been like kind of fine. Den gives us the gem we need to go and get the garage. Garage will give us 3 keys. So we're going to do a bit of backtracking, which we can afford to do because of our experiment. So there we go. The freedom to be able to backtrack as you need is like, oh, it feels good. That feels good. Right? Good. Okay, give us the garage. We don't have the car keys, do we? No, magnifying glass coupon book. So we'll just take those. There's never any other items in here, I don't think. Just in the boot of the car. The keys are very important because given that we have now plenty of steps, the keys are what's going to stop us ending the run abruptly. Okay, now we do also need gems still. We haven't drawn parlour yet. Huh. Oh, well, drawing room requires gems. Wine cellar gives us 3 gems, but it's a dead end. Parlour effectively gives us 2 gems. Parlour's the more common one, though. Oh, it's going to be super awkward, however, if we take wine cellar and all that's offered to us on this side is a room going south and a bunch of dead ends. That will be super awkward if we've then just taken wine cellar. How likely is that to happen, though? Or isn't it better to just take... Because, you know, getting one which points downwards... Like, not super useful when we are kind of against it in terms of steps. But then again, what are we trying to achieve, right? What we're trying to achieve is get burning glass, ideally. And for that, we need, like, workshop and stuff. So really, we're trying to find items. So having access to more rooms is probably better than strictly just having access to go north. So let's take Parlour. And we're going to go Parlour straight away, because we don't have gems for drafting the other side. Right. What's it going to give us? Boxes next to this box contain gems. Boxes next to this box contain gems. Boxes next to this box contain gems. That one must be false. Right? Because these can't both contain gems. So that one has to be false. So the gems must be in the white box, right? Must be. Must be, right? Oh dear. Sometimes that that one is a bit stressful. I think we take Chapel here. Chapel sets our steps back to 40 at the cost of a gem and a key. Right, let's touch the south door. Closet for the items, I think. Corridor will use up our last key. Bunk room, we don't have 2 corridors. A bunk room often will have coins or gems in it. Or would we rather have the 2 items? Maybe bunk room. Maybe bunk room is the better pick. Nah, let's take closet. Because then closet comes out of the draft pool. Sleeping mask then makes all of our bedrooms much better as well. So that's good. Right. And we have an item which lets us do rerolls, which is kind of nice. Boudoir gives us a gem. And it procs the sleeping mask. We can't afford the music room anyway. And lavatory is a dead end. So let's take the boudoir. Larkran's in the chat. Oh man, I'm so late. Good evening to you though. the parlour puzzles. Man, yeah, some of them are definitely a lot more stressful than others, for sure. Dining room is kind of a nice pick here. Right, lets us keep going north. We're going to get a thing there. We don't really have what we need to make the greenhouse good, but greenhouse will often have a sledgehammer or a watering can or a shovel in it. Which could be good for finding microchips. But dining room lets us continue up this path. And we've got one other exit, which is I think it's kind of a bit of a terrible idea to not take dining room there. Right, because greenhouse also uses up both of our gems as well. Like, come on. What I want like swimming pool, sauna. You know, pump room. That'd be great. Corridor, we don't have any keys to lose. Maid's chamber makes it less likely we find items around our house. So yeah, let's take the corridor. I really want a workshop at some point. Commissary. is looking pretty sad. East Wing Hall, again, we don't have any keys to lose, so sure. If both of these are locked, though, it's bad news bears. Locked and... no, not locked. Locksmith? Or dark room? We could take dark room. We trip the room. It costs us a key to take dark room. But dark room gives us 2 exits. Maybe we can see them, maybe we can't. Maybe we take dark room, we trip it. Yeah, come on. Let's take dark room. Let's trip it. 2 security doors, though. Right. So we really do need to go and find a utility cupboard. Like, right now. Thankfully, we've got plenty of steps for the backtrack. It is this way. Yes, yes. Right, utility cupboard is going to save the run. Oh, that's kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying. Oh, man. Ah, oh, that is absolutely cursed. Shoot. Man. And that's it. After we specifically picked garage as well. Ah. Oh. Wow. Yeah, it's curse mode. It's curse mode. We had so many steps. So many steps as well. Curses. No sledgehammer. No shovel. Nothing, you know. No workshop. We still haven't found the workshop. Got the magnifying glass and everything. Alright. Call it. Call it a day. Call it a day. Now let me think. Just kind of wondering. Yeah, I don't think there's anything outside of the house that's still worth exploring yet. Day 30, though. Day 30. I mean, getting laboratory up and running early, thanks to Blackbridge, is super duper helpful. Early parlour, I am all about. And a storeroom, rather than a nook, is quite nice. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Nursery straight away. Right. We're putting all of our eggs into the parlour west wing basket, right? But early nursery, early storeroom. What's nursery going to give us today? Going to give us a key. That's lovely. Let's pick up our allowance. Let's pick up a coin here. Key here. Gem here. And we're going to get a couple of gems from here. And an apple. Lovely. Rowan Allison. Looks like I joined at a good time. We have just started day 30. Our goals... just here on the bottom of the screen. We're trying, like, if I can get burning glass, that would be amazing. If I get burning glass with like 3 steps left, that will be super sad. If I can coat check a burning glass, that is an epic run. The box next to this box contains gems. a box next to this box is true. The box next to this box is false. So let's have a think about this one. A box next to this box is true. If this were true, it means that the only thing that can't be the case is that both of these are false statements. One is true and one is false. Yeah? If this were true. One of these has to be true and one of these has to be false. This one would have to be the false one, right? If this were true. This one would have to be the true one, which means the gems are in the white box. Easy, you might say. Well, if this one is false, then that implies that there isn't a box next to this box which is true. Now, this is where the logic kind of gets a little bit wonky, right? Because when it says a box next to this box is true, could be false if both boxes next to this box are true. Does that make sense? Because if I say a box is true, but actually both boxes are true, then that's a false statement. Or is it? It's kind of a true statement because a box is true and the other box is true. So that's where the semantics of this get a little bit wonky, I'm afraid. But let's work on the assumption, because obviously if this were false, meaning that neither of them are true, that would make all three boxes false, which means that this box must be true. Okay. If this were false, meaning that both of these are true, then the box next to this box contains the gems. Well, this was already the true one from the last one, which means the gems are in the white box, right? So even if you bend the semantics such that it's either false but logically contradictory, or false and it leads you to the same conclusion, because if this is false and this is true, then this is true because that's false. So it is actually self-consistent in all three possible scenarios. That's a pretty reasonable one. Okay. What do we get? Bedroom, corridor, hallway. Bedroom runs the risk of ending the run real early, but works nicely with nursery. Both corridor and hallway will both cost us one of our keys. So, I guess bedroom, right? This ain't no coward stream. If we get dead ends here, we get dead ends, right? Pantry is the only one that doesn't end the run. So there we go. Marcus UK says, I am useless at the box type puzzles. I have noticed on the subreddit and so on that, yeah, a lot of people don't like those. For me, the rebus puzzles, I think, are the worst ones. The puzzles which rely very, very heavily on word play rather than strict logic are the ones that I struggle the most with by far. Courtyard is the pick. Please give me a shovel this time. A sledgehammer, though. Right. Well, we've got a security door there, which isn't, like, super handy. We may... Ooh, hello, commissary. Will bring us down to 8 coins, which might be enough to get the... If they have shovels in the commissary, those cost 8. And 20 steps is easily going to be able to be enough to get both microchips and open up everything. So I reckon that is worth it. Ah, curses. Yes, no, they do have shovels. The shovel's 6. It's not even 8. It's literally 6. Excellent. That is everything we ever wanted. And for good measure, I was going to start digging as well. There we go. Plenty of steps now. Yeah. Well, we're not going to find a key card. Let's be clear. So the run, such as it is over. But because we've got the because we've got a sledgehammer and a shovel, we're going to open up Blackbridge. Microchip there. Brilliant. Can't believe we're going to get both of those in the same run. That is mega. That is mega. Because it also means, like, getting the throne room is sort of as maybe, yeah? What is it? It's like here somewhere? Hang on. Where exactly is it? Like somewhere like here. Not to say I don't like those types of puzzles, I'm just useless at them. By you explaining them, I might understand the so-called logic. Hang on, hang on. There we go. Good. Did we already get... We did already get the conservatory, didn't we? I wouldn't have forgotten to go and get that, surely. But maybe I just haven't had a shovel with enough steps to be able to do it yet. I don't recall having seen the conservatory at all yet. Let's do it! Yes! Yes! I would like to add it to my drafting pool. Nice. Nice. Okay. I'm glad I remembered that. I'd have been super sad if we'd forgotten that one. Might as well check, right? Says PWJB. Yeah, we might as well check. Trade post and chips going forward. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not, like, super duper familiar with that strat, but I know that you can use it to trade for, like, super rare stuff. The box puzzles definitely get harder. I don't know. Castle, court. Oh, here's a question for you guys, actually, whilst we're talking, well, you know, on the topic of castle. And I would not regard this as a spoiler in any stretch because, you know, we've already done it. The castle clue, as in the clue that kind of goes, select the king and then the rook and then it opens up the secret passage. Where in the game does it teach you the rule of chess called a castling? Do you see what I mean? In a sense that, oh no, we're not going to get the better, oh, without the burning glass, we're not even going to get the better laboratory experiments, are we? We're just going to get the throne room initially. Okay. Because everything else in this game, almost to a fault, is explained somewhere? Really, that's required knowledge. Considering the game goes to, you know, like, quite extreme lengths to make sure that you can work out Roman numerals from first principles if you wanted to. That's an unusual one to make assumed knowledge. Okay, good. Good. Let's drop another coin in the fountain whilst we're here. Ah, Ah, you haven't finished the main series yet, but does blue tents mean anything to you? Yes, we've just got the blue tents, actually. We do learn about castling there. Right, okay. I see, I see. You were thinking of fish and chips. Your logic is wonky. Okay, well with that... Oh, do you know what? We might as well draft... yeah, we might as well draft the outside room, right? If we trade away a microchip, what happens to it on a subsequent day? Oh, we can actually do it as well. Okay, right. So, genuine question for the chat. I won't consider this a spoiler. If you trade away a microchip, does it return to Blackbridge the following day? Or does it return to its burial site or into the jar? Microchips traded reappear the next day where you found them. So is there a way to know whether you're trading away the sledgehammer microchip or the shovel microchip? No, you don't know. Okay. Oh, hang on. When you say... Sorry, Zucchini. When you say it comes back into the position where you uncovered it, you mean it's back inside the vase or it's back under the ground? It's not like on the ground and you can just pick it up. It's like you have to get the shovel again. The chip is on top of the bridge. Yeah, would the spot stay dug up, says Zephyronicus. You don't need the tools again. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Well, in that case, then... Oh, hang on, wait, no, I actually do need the microchips. Oh, well, that's excellent, then. Yeah, well, in that case... Microchip trading strats sound bonkers broken, don't they? Okay, let's get both of those microchips, then. I don't think there's going to be anything that the trading post can give us that will actually make any difference in this run, to be honest. Okay, yeah, well, we don't need that. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, we already had access to a third microchip anyway. Although, having said that... No, we don't even have any, we don't even have any computers, do we? So even if it gave us, like, an upgrade disk, that wouldn't be useful for us. Yeah, nah, let's, wait. In some ways, then, it's actually better for us to end the day with the microchips on us, right? Because we pick up a microchip from inside the house, we pick up a microchip on the way to the outside room, and both of those are better than walking down to Blackbridge to go and pick them up. So, Blackbridge computer takes disks. Oh, shoot. That's pretty good then. Oh, okay, fine. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, man. Does the Blackbridge computer take discs? I didn't know that. I don't think we're not going to have enough steps anyway, right? Coin purse, compass, dice. Well, okay. It's not going to give us anything interesting anyway. Like, if we trade it for dice... Oh, you can't then trade the dice. Coin purse. Goes for battery pack. Battery pack can become salt. Yeah, okay. No, nothing. It's not really going to give us anything. Ah. Too dangerous to pick up. Coward, Simon. You coward. Okie dokie. Right. Let's call it a day. There. Let's call it a day. I figure we probably have one more day left in us. The problem with blueprints, as ever, is you don't know how long a run's going to last. What if we end up with, you know, just an amazing run that takes like an hour? Last time we drafted this, day 31. Last time we drafted this, did curse mode, I thought, oh, we'll do one more day, and then we had like an amazing experiment. I think we basically had the same one, which let us do like, oh, hang on a minute. Oh yes, there it is. Perfect. The system works. Thanks, chat. Nook for the key. Nook for the key. Oh no, we want to get out to the corner for conservatory, don't we? Ah, shoot. Well, that's already been ruined. Freezer, start tomorrow with 4 gems rather than 2? Like, that seems like an obvious thing to grab. Alright, cool. Well, we can't pick that up, so never mind, right? Any point code checking anything? No, I don't think so. Okay, right. So let's just call that a day straight away, and we'll just start tomorrow with 4 gems rather than 2. Let's do that. Okay. Day 32. Yeah, shame. Well, obviously I can't pick up the allowance anyway, so no point putting a coin into the well. But yes, we get an additional 2 gems for our trouble. Spare room will get us out to the corner. Let's start adjusting the rarity on some rooms here, yes? Courtyard is a really nice early pick, and if it gives us a shovel, that would be really handy. Ah, it is going to give us a shovel as well. That's so good. And security. Yeah, security is pretty nice. Okay. Let's pick this up. Do we go to the corner first, or do we turn this off first? I think we go out to the corner first, yeah. Let's bring the shovel. Can I get a conservatory? Silver key. And some coins. Lovely. Commissary Nook bedroom. Commissary is going to take us down to 6 coins. Nook might be better. On the other hand, there will be some stuff in Commissary we can buy, probably. Like a magnifying glass. Sledgehammer, slightly outside our budget, but a magnifying glass is great if we can then find the materials necessary to make the burning glass. Ah, shoot. Yeah, fine. We need gems. So parlour it will be. What do we have? The blue box is true. The gems are in the true box. The black box is true. Well, here's the thing. This uses the hidden fourth rule of the game, which is the puzzle is solvable because the gems are in the true box. Oh no, that could be false, couldn't it? Because the blue box is true, could be true if the black box is true, right? The white one being the gems are in the true box could be false, in which case the gems are in the white box. Now, if the gems are in the true box is true, and that's the white box, then the blue box is true must be false, and the black box is true must be false. If these two are both false, and this one is true, then the gems are still in the white box. So the gems are in the white box either way round, which makes perfect sense. Purple box! Okay. So yeah, so let's take this one. Ooh, yeah, Rumpus Room is an interesting one. Gives us plenty of coin. If we go into Rumpus Room, we go 1, 2, 3. We can buy a sledgehammer, let's say, or running shoes. 4, 5, 6, 7. We are running out of step fast. If we do Rumpus Room and then backtrack to Commissary immediately, Pantry might be better because Pantry gives us steps. And it doesn't cost us a gem. And it gives us a little bit of coin. But then again, are we... I don't know. I think we kind of got to go with the bold strats, right? We got to be fairly bold. So we're going to grab Sleeping Mask. I think Sleeping Mask is better than Running Shoes if you haven't drafted any bedrooms yet. Maybe. So we're going to go and do Spare Bedroom. Laboratory could be really good. Now, I did just forego Bedroom there to get the computer. Let's experiment setup. Gain a start. Set your steps to 40. Perfect. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, the next 3 times you open a trunk, or each time you find some trash while digging... Oh man, which of those is going to happen first? Probably find some trash while digging, given that we have the shovel. So we'll start that. Now, if I log in... I mean, maybe we'd want to spread gold already. Yeah? Remote terminal access, because we have security. Security's online anyway. So let's just spread gold, probably. So spread gold now. And then exit out. Right. Trash while digging. Let's find us a... Oh no! We have no gems. We're going to really find it hard to make a green. Right. Bedroom gives us some steps. From the sleep mask. So that's good. And there's a gem. So that's handy. Now we absolutely have to have something that points north. Drawing room fits that bill. Now this means we haven't been to security. I don't think that's a problem necessarily. It'll be a problem if we end up having drafted utility closet but not able to turn off the security doors. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Den seems a pretty reasonable pick to get another gem. Now let's see if we can get a green room out here. Patio. Patio's okay, right? Plenty of dig spots on the patio. It'll cost us both our gems. But there's 2 dig spots, I think, on the patio, and we get 1 gem back. Come on, trash. A safe deposit box key. Boo! Come on, trash. Boo! Coins. Okay. Not exactly what we wanted. Another bedroom required. Kitchen, nook, chapel. Well, kitchen and nook both end the run, so it kind of has to be chapel. And then... Ah! And then we end the run anyway. Well, that is that. Let's take the storeroom, because technically there is a... there is sometimes dig spots in the storeroom, but apparently not today. Not today. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. Ah, we got some good keys there as well, but just no real opportunity to use them, which is unfortunate. So we're going to be calling it a day there. Call it. And that is going to be the end of day 32. Mount Holly, quaint cottage. And it's going to be the end of today's stream. Oh, K-Archie. K-Archine. Sorry, just joined. Good evening to you. Unfortunately, we are just about going to wrap up for today. What a good series of runs, though. Getting Blackbridge done by powering the laboratory, getting the microchips all sorted. Very pleased with those. If we can just find the burning glass, we get a lot of things, right? If we get the burning glass, we can get an upgrade disc from the tomb. We can open up the shortcut between the basement that we always have access to and that side of the basement. We get the tunnel added to our draft pool, and we get to scorch a sundial, which gives us new laboratory experiments. So there's a lot now riding on getting the burning glass sorted out. We've really struggled to find workshop, to be honest. We've really struggled to find workshop. Is it worth trying to solve the chess puzzle? Solving the chess puzzle in curse mode is going to be really hard. Really hard. But one thing that Blackbridge has done, which is going to help us immensely, is get the laboratory experiments running much sooner in these runs. And if you can get the ones which set your steps to 40, those are good runs. Those are going to be good runs. Well, my friends, thank you all very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube in the future, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Consider sharing this playthrough with a friend if your friends are also interested in blueprints. I will see you next time. Thanks very much, YouTube. Bye for now.